It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
We've got our race runner-up in tonight's Southern 500, presented by GoDaddy.com. Jimmie Johnson, he drives the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet for Rick Hendrick Motorsports. Jimmie, talk about the race. It certainly was about everything we could ask for.
Man, what a challenging night. Clean air was so important that it really boiled down to strategy at the end. And I think, there's probably 15 good cars, maybe 10 good cars at the end, and however they came out from that final pit stop is how they're going to run. The track is just so narrow, and with the new pavement and this car being bigger and boxier, it's just there's less racing room, the speeds are higher, and there's no fall off in the tire where it's all about track position. So fortunately, we got it at the end. We had 4 or 5 things pop up through the night, from being trapped on pit road, spun out trying to get my pit stall, just a bunch of stuff. I mean, it was just a chaotic night. So I'm very relieved and proud of the race team because we kept our heads and fought through it all night long and got ourselves a good finish.
We'll take questions now for Jimmie Johnson. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll start. Where's the wireless mics over here? We just got one runner. Who we got? We got several people right here. Mulhern and Caravello and
David Caravello, NASCAR.com. Jimmie, are you astonished that you're in here, given the night you've had? And was there at any point where you thought you were done and it was going to be an 18th or 19th place night no matter what you guys did?
I kind of felt that way. In my heart, I felt it was going to be like 10th place because we would be in 17th or 18th again after something went wrong. And then I'd get to 10th or 12th, and then we'd pit again, and it would all start over. That was kind of our range from 15th or 17th to 10th or 12th, and we just kept fighting with everybody in that area. So once we got some track position, then it took me a little while to recognize that I had a good car, because when you're back in traffic, your car drives so bad that you can't fix the handling. And then once I got it behind Mark and got comfortable with the car and understood the grip level, I'm like, damn, I've got a great race car. And then realized I had a shot at winning it, and pushed Mark as hard as I could. He made one small mistake, and we needed to go into fuel save mode at that point. And unfortunately, just had a ride home. But we'll take the second after what we went through tonight.
next question. Go ahead.
Mike Mulhern, MikeMulhern.net. Why was it so chaotic? It was 4.5 hours out there, and the thing had no rhythm. It's the last couple of races you guys have had at Talladega and Richmond. It's just like you guys are werewolves or something like that, just going crazy out there.
These tracks kind of build up from Talladega. You get frustrated with the environment and people. Richmond's very similar, and then you come here, and this is so tough. The speeds are so high. Track positions, everything. Lap cars, even if they want to get out of the way, they can't. There's no room to. And then, they get frustrated and probably warned by NASCAR for going too slow. So then they quit laying over. So every position that you go for out there, you've just got to gouge and bang and run people over and fight with each other and run into each other under caution. I mean, it was absolutely out of control out there. And it's just because of the fast speeds on such a narrow track and this big boxy car. You can't go anywhere.
We'll take another question for Jimmie, and then we'll hear from Tony, too. Go ahead, Pete.
Jimmie, Pete Yakabelli, AP.
Just a little.
Have to ask you about your reaction to the news today of the positive drug test for Jeremy Mayfield, and your reaction to that, and if you could give it.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. Just heard that it was positive, so I have no clue what it is. But that policy is in place, and it's there for a reason. So, if you use something that's illegal per that substance abuse policy, you get in trouble. So. It is what it is.
All right, let's hear from Tony Stewart right now. Then we'll take questions for both drivers. Tony come in with the third-place showing tonight, just outstanding. He's moved up to second in points. Tony drives the number 14 Old Spice Office Depot Chevrolet for Stewart Haas Racing. Tony, talk about the performance that you had tonight, and your teammate was right there behind you, Ryan Newman. Just another solid effort for this racing team.
I was just tickled to death tonight. I mean, that's the best finish I've ever had at a Southern 500, and it's a tough race. I mean, it's one of the toughest races physically we run all year, obviously with the heat the way it was today, but just proud of our guys. Happy for Jimmie and Mark. Obviously, Mark's a great guy, and you love to see somebody that works as hard as he does have success. And this kid did an awesome job tonight. I mean, the first time here in a Cup car at Darlington, and this kid just did a great job. I mean, it was fun watching the 20 car up there. And when he was leading the race, I was smiling because I knew those guys, have been waiting for this for a couple weeks now, and it's just a matter of time before Joey got going. But our guys on the pit stops tonight, I mean, we just had phenomenal stops all night, and that made the difference. I bet they passed 12 guys in the pits today, and it's just an amazing night for the pit crews. So, the guys that came in and those of us that came in at the end and got two, I mean, we were leading that group. We just didn't have enough to get by Mark and Jimmie tonight.
Okay, Tony, thank you. Now we're joined by our top-rated Bestos Rookie of the Year candidate, Joey Logano, posting a 9th-place finish in his first-ever run here at Darlington Raceway. Joey, congratulations. He drives the number 20 Home Depot Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Joey, talk about your experience out there tonight.
I felt like I learned a lot for next time I come here, what I want in a race car more than what I had. So I was very happy with the way we ran. I led laps in the Southern 500. I was stoked about that. I was all excited. So, I think we had a good run. There towards the end, we're not in the points position to go gamble and try to stay out there on fuel right now. So, we played conservative, and we got a solid top 10. I mean, that's where we ran all day pretty much. So we didn't steal any spots. That's just what it was. And awesome pit stops all night. Every time we came down pit road, we gained spots. At least one. So that was huge.
All right, we'll take questions now. Open it back up for all three. We'll start with Mike Embry. Go ahead.
Mike Embry, NASCAR Scene. Jimmie, you made a run there at Mark after one of those last few cautions. Were you concerned about the fuel situation if you kept trying to test him that you might fall back from second place? Is that why you got to pull back from that?
Yeah, at the end, I just knew I tried for 20 laps or so, and I could stay with him, and I could maybe force him into a mistake, and he made one small one that helped me close up one time. But I just deep down inside knew I wasn't going to get by him, and we had to go into fuel save at that point and try to limp it home from there. But I tried a couple times to get to the outside of him down in 3 and 4, and I kind of got there, but I got in so hard. One, I thought I was going to hit the wall, and two, just in that whole time of being surprised and worried about the wall, Mark got in the gas and drove away, and I'm like, damn it. So I just got in too hard. But I think clean air was really, really important, and the fact that we got up there and I could feel what our car had in it was really nice. But Mark did an awesome job. I mean, he drove 30 or 40 awesome laps there at the end, and I didn't have anything for him.
Take another question downstairs, and then we'll go to the press box. Go ahead over here, please.
Joey Allen Cavana, Channel 9 in Charlotte. At this point in the season, are you surprised your two best finishes, I think, are Talladega and now Darlington, two very difficult tracks?
Yeah. The way I look at it, this is our first true top 10, I think. Talladega is kind of a luck thing, so we were lucky. I'm thankful for it. But, here we ran solid top 10. And, kind of looking at where I ran good so far, Las Vegas, new asphalt, here's new asphalt, Talladega. So I don't know what the deal is there, but, that's kind of interesting. But, like I said, this place is one of those places I thought it was going to be really bad, and I was happy with the way we ran.